start recording. I cannot miss this. We can't lose this, y'all. We got to get this in all of its high definitions. Look how crisp that art is. This is going to be a blast. We're going to start a new game. What is our name? Do we get weird with it, chat? Or do we just stick with Tag Gaming Channel? What's the call here? Do we go Tag Gaming? Do we make it something spicy? Because he's gonna talk to us, and we're gonna have to build a relationship with him. What kind of a relationship do we want with the Colonel Sanders himself? Welcome, Chef. Before we get started, tell us your name. I think we're gonna stick with Tag Gaming. Oh, look at the biscuits! I forgot about the biscuits. 12th spice. I'll be his 12th spice. All right, hold on. We have to adjust where we're sitting here, so you all might be able to see. All right, that might be about as good as we're gonna get. You'll have to deal with me reading to you, chat. That's just gonna how it has to go. It have to be how it is. You gotta listen to my sultry voice. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Oh, look at our little K-pop poster up there. I love it. You got a pearl necklace. Pearl necklace already, huh? The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Look at our chicken poster. Or you could wake up. Now. First day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and at 'em. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. All right, well, stream's over. We lost. We're done. That was quick. Game over already. You might not be cut out for this. Well, try that again. That's all right. We got a game over on our first choice. Oh, the 12th spice is failure. The 12th spice is failure. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in that moment forever. Smack that clock up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I don't need to daydream. We got caught sleeping in bed once already. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth equal brushed. Hair equals combed. Pits equal deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. That biscuit was steaming. I wish we could go back. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. UCSAL. Nah, it doesn't work. USCAL. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Tag Gaming. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Oh, she's crying. You better cheer Miriam up. Oh, Syrup, you supping Miriam already? Oh, you supping the friend? You want that Colonel's biscuit, or you gonna sup Miriam? Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Famous 3-day only semesters. The sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Chat, you want to weigh in here? Our options are pep talk your best friend or change the subject to school gossip. We gotta know. Do we work with the best friend? We know we could probably romance the colonel, but she's been our best friend. She saved us from a box of quicksand when we were babies. We could have been lost in that sandbox forever. Miriam had our back. We've got to have hers. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. Wait, are we not a handsome fellow? Miriam, am I not a handsome fellow to you? Rude. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Syrup said no, we are a Spice Girl. We are the 12th Spice Girl. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey. It's Aeshleigh, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. She's got the magic power right here. Power of heart. The heart power. Just anything you want. She's got chicken on her thigh. She's got chicken thighs. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see Aeshleigh's chicken thighs right here. You got chicken thigh highs. Hello, Aeshleigh. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave tag gaming shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Aeshleigh. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Aeshleigh, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Look at her stick her tongue out. Look at her stick her tongue out. I want to point out these are some anime dimensions on this girl too. Her hips are wider than her shoulder. She is a fan of fried chicken. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Aeshleigh's best friend, Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes.
Van?
You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Aeshleigh and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Look at his hair. He's styling his hair in the shape of a star. This man is barely wearing a chef's coat. You can see the tight pants. All right, I can see where working out them glutes would be noticeable. You rang. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now.
Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
See you later, losers.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Did they have to add the sound effect? He farted. No, you can't. Oh. No. He farted. Oh, man. Oh.
Was that a fart? I can taste it. On my tongue. Is that onion and ketchup?
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
Oh, God, he's got a little ghost coming out of him. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I think you mean thank you?
My name is Pop. I was named after my pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. This poor kid didn't even dress himself. There's no way he dressed himself. This hat is falling apart. It's got cuts in it. He's got juice stains on it already. He's missing a button. Like, if he dressed himself and put his name tag on upside down, I mean, that's kind of on him. That's on him. Hi, Pop. I'm Tag Gaming. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day?
No.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute?
Miriam, stop. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Before we go, let's dissect this room. We have a world map. Okay. Antarctica looks a little off-center, but we'll talk about that later, probably. Maybe. We have pi on the board, 3.14159265359. I remember about to hear that that's accurate enough. We have what looks like a right triangle with maybe Pythagorean's theorem lesson. Got our famous bucket of chicken. Got some stonks graphs. I assume that that's going to be the teacher. What is our popcorn bucket up here? I just noticed we have a chicken bucket. It's 12:20. Oh, that's our menu. Wonderful. Our class is starting at 12:20 p.m. on our first day of school. We have 3 days for this semester, and we're starting at 12:20. All right. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium in the front of the class. Adorable. Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
Be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Oof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. We need a sultry name. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Yeah, everyone's getting a little hot and spicy for the Colonel. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats alive. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. What is with all your really weird insults?
Besides, when gaming sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
You take a moment to clean yourself up. Man, Colonel Sanders walks in the room and we turn into a puddle. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. Pits equal deodorized. This classroom is hot. I gotta take a drink of this hot coffee. Colonel's got me all hot and bothered. But, we take a moment to clean ourselves up. Dab our brow. Oh, we're sweating a little bit. Oh, we're drooling from the Colonel. Oh, don't let him know. Don't let him know. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. He'll hit you with that spatula. I know he will. What's he doing with the pen? He doesn't even have the fingers to hold it. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broomy cooking arena. Just then, another student enters a classroom and it interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Student. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? This is the most blandest looking side character. This is gonna be great. Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. A Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable.
Unacceptable!
Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. We have a robot? We have a robot. The class bursts into laughter. Look at him. He's a deep fryer. He's a deep fryer. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Stir up, oh snap, Colonel has competition. I mean, Clank is hot. Did you, he can even get hotter. Did you see those eyes? Oh, he's dressed sharp, 8 corners, the nice square jaw. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? A beef treat, a rubber ball, or a chicken snack? All right, he's standing on top of a pedestal with a chicken. We're all about fried chicken. There's fried chicken on the board. I think a rubber ball is going to be insulting because he's a dog. I don't think the beef treat's going to be the right idea. I think chicken snack's going to be the way to go. Syrup agrees. That's 1 for chicken snack. We're going to go chicken snack. All right, chicken snack it is. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, 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 I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Nothing like buttering up the teacher. Ah? You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Tag gaming, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you are interested. Oh, 2 good options, but which will you choose? Sit by Colonel Sanders.
Or sit by the best friend.
Look, Miriam's gonna talk to us all weekend. 3 days weekend, 3 days. She's gonna talk to us all semester if we sit next to her. That's dangerous. But if we sit next to Colonel Sanders, we're gonna be sweating profusely. We're gonna be in a puddle by the end of first bell. Syrup says bye, Miriam. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. What is this? What is this? The man has a pen in his arm. Dude's a pure chef. He's got an arm pocket with a pen in it. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. He's buff too. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. He's about to cry. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yay! A quiz about me!
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Meh, depends. Extremely important. Looking at you, Pop, doesn't matter at all. We can't disappoint the Colonel. We're sitting next to him. If we say we don't wash our hands before we cook, he's never gonna let us run our fingers through his hair. So we gotta let him know that before we cook and handle his before we hang out with the Colonel, that we're gonna wash our hands. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? It's a spork. A comically oversized fork. Well, you can't, scoop anything up with it. And the man said spork earlier. That the dog is not a man. A meat tenderizer you can't eat with a hammer. So we're going to go with a spork. That's right. We're 3 for 3. What food is best for a broken heart? Pancake that looks like a silly face, that's a good option, but it's not going to fix your broken heart. Camel meat. We're not touching that one. Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Oh, we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Oh, wait. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Is a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy! Perfect score. 5 out of 5. You can't kick us out. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Yes! I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh! Diggity tag gaming! You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. In the Stewart cafeteria, a delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers! But
Lunch!
He said, shh! In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
Aha!
He said, aha!
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed. That smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. That chicken is steaming. That is fresh. We're eating good today. We're eating with our eyes with the Colonel. We're eating with our mouths with this chicken. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as it can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, ma, dude. Nah. Get out here with your spam. We're eating fried chicken, not spam in the chat. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at a sick burn. He's looking like a dweeb. You wait to see what zinger Aeshleigh has prepared for follow-up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
Get off my man. I mean, you see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. He realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. His hair is sticking up straight. Even his hair is excited. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. I want to know about his heart. I want to know how he made this with so much love. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles. He's got me tongue-tied, y'all. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef? What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush?
Semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Oh, he's got a disgusted look on his face. No, don't push it. Don't be needy. He's off the... Brakes. He's clearly not going to give it up easily. But it doesn't hurt to be persistent. He'll give it up. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone. And then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
You broke me out of Colonel Sanders. He's noticing me right now. He's gonna tell us a secret. Hold on. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow. You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Syrup, thanks for that Tangia interaction. Fantastic. For those of you watching in chat, you can use your channel points to redeem and interact with the chat. There's plenty of funny little quips in there. See what you can do to spice up our playthrough. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you'll notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. Think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. I don't know. Negging this man's not going to work. Do you see this specimen in front of us? We can't neg him. It's not neggable. You can't. Plus, they were trying in the cafeteria. That didn't work. He doesn't care. He knows he's better than you. You can't bring this man down. Look at that. The beautiful goatee. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. How dare we insult him by telling us that we could make his cooking better? How dare you? How dare you even entertain that idea? We should be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Tag Gaming. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. All right, before we go, everyone gets an oven. There's different stations. Let's take a peek here. We've got, looks like golden delicious apples. We got dirt apples, aka potatoes. Some cucumbers, maybe?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It's hot. It is. It's going to get real hot and steamy in here when all these stoves get working. Look at all them ovens. We got lemons and limes. We've got orange bell peppers, maybe? I don't think those are oranges. I could be wrong. They look like a pepper, though. Green peppers, broccoli,
I don't know, aubergines or eggplants if you're in the States.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable, tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you. When unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Tag Gaming. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep, boop.
Oh my! Two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? All right, Pop is gross. I don't think Pop is the one for Miriam. He seemed to like him though and think he was cute. Miriam thought Pop was cute. But Clank is rugged. Look at that man over there. Clank has a clean hat. He has a clean chef's apron. He's ready to cook. Like it's in his blood. It's in his build, his DNA. Look at that square jaw. But he could also be a blockhead. He could be just dumb. We got Juice Box Boy or the Robot. He wants a handsome fellow. Do we go with Bowl Cut Box Juice Boy? Or do we go with the Robo Man who is on time? Syrup says Clank has a tiny hat and she makes tiny food. A match made in heaven. I like that. That's a great call out. We're gonna go tiny hat, tiny food, and we're gonna let Mr. doesn't know how to open a door fumble with the stove on his own. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Fork.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Tissue? I hardly know you.
Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now, it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. 2 flint, okay. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Or your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Now, hold on. If there's one thing we know about this man so far, he loves his grandma. His secret ingredient is from his grandma. He's a grandma's boy. And that might be the ticket. What pairs better with fried chicken than mashed potatoes and gravy? Yeah, Syrup agrees. Grandma. We got to flex on the grandma, right? Plus, okay, let's pause for a second here. Grandma recipes are hands down the best recipes. My grandma taught me how to cook, and I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. So she also taught me how to make mashed potatoes. She didn't teach me how to make gravy, though. Didn't teach me how to make the gravy. I was too busy watching how to make mashed potatoes. I didn't pay attention to the gravy. All right, we're going for grandma's mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. Don't look at me, Colonel. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? No, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Tag Gaming's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Aeshleigh. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Tag Gaming was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Woo! We gotta pause them there. About to have an ad break. Woo! We gotta go back. We gotta help out the Colonel. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. He's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. We could have phrased that better, couldn't we? He's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Aeshleigh is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who always has your back. Miriam's got her hands full. She's got her hands full with Clunk over there. He hasn't been involved in any of this. I think we ask the hunk of hunks to save us. He already doesn't particularly care for Aeshleigh and Van the man. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts and shakes. I took on Tag Gaming as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you are perfect for each other. Neither of you has Tag Gaming's natural talent or their loyalty. Get served, Aeshleigh! Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short by sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Yeah, Aeshleigh, get served. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy, mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention is elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth, brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Listen, if you make your grandma proud with your cooking, you are one hell of a chef, and you earn your spot cooking next to Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. This moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Aeshleigh with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Aeshleigh's stupid, beautiful face. Why would you ruin the moment? He's gonna be so disappointed in you for wasting such a... What? Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? No. Hold on right there, Tag Gaming. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I has potatoes face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. That's the most anime dish we've seen so far. Right there. That screams. Look at the star for his hair. I wonder if he shapes his hair with his battle axe. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be sick.
Too late. It has been eaten.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
Everyone step back. Don't take another bite.
He's dead. He's a ghost. He's dead. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Don't kill the kid! Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite oblivious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
You're a dog. What are you spending it on? Chicken treats. Ghost. It says ghost of student. I gotta hide me for a second so you can see. Ghost of student. Wonderful. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. We are in so much trouble with him. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Oh, please.
What?
Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. I thought he was going to walk us home. He's a ghost. He's haunting the broom arena now. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know. They're not a Oh, that's me. Sorry. Not Colonel. Before you go on, I want you to know. They're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. He's tearing up. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Yes! Colonel Sanders? Yes, Tag Gaming? There's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez. Look, even he's disgusted, ruining the moment. Looks like he smelled something. Smelled pop. Smelled pop popping up and just pooting. Pop poot.
You see, when I was a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
The spork monster is here to fight a hero. What's going on? The spork monster! It got the gravy dripping from his mouth! What did we make in that kitchen?
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. We were connecting?
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See?
Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Well, we gotta attack, right? Attack or defend, attack or defend, attack or defend. If we defend, are we defending the colonel? Or are we defending ourselves? If we attack, will he help us and back us up? All right. What was the colonel's advice? What was the colonel's advice? Sometimes you have to take a leap and reach as if you were a shooting star. Let's attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Oh, we're gonna cook with love, all right. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. Spit hot gravy at you. Oh no! You take 1 damage. I'm gonna defend now. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. Okay. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. It's gonna use a spirit bomb. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Oh, we're fighting. We're not gonna hide anymore. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. We have to attack. You decide to go on the attack. With love, it does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's gonna have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot high power pinch. Hot high power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night.
Victory screech!
Do we forget mercy and finish him? Or do we spare this wretched beast? I feel like we have to have a warm spot in our heart, and we cooked with love. It's just a menacing mashed potato man. Let's spare him. Let's let the Colonel decide. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said.
The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Orko. Orko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel the covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. Wait a minute, how did our pants get taken off? For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Sprinkles! Oh, it's everybody! And the ghost. Huh? You awaken on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You're right, sir. That was a... What a guy. What a guy. A man's man. Salt of the earth. It's Grandma. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, robot pregnant. I think I might like Clank.
Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him, like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. You know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
Probably. No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
He was also the convertible that he himself rode in? He rode in himself? Miriam. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend Kirkin and University School of Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real.
Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients?
Your bestie's eyes light up. Shut up, dude! Don't ruin this for us. Don't tell her the secret. Don't tell her. She'll say it. She's gonna tell the pressure cooker.
A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here?
Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals. That if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Miriam, that's sexual assault. Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. She was a drug mule. She trafficked narcotics.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know? Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Is the secret man Borko? It better not be Borko.
Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Syrup says MSG. The secret ingredient's MSG. Lie and say it's MSG. MSG isn't made from ground up flowers? Is it? It's not. Is MSG made from ground up flowers? Google says no, but it is produced through the fermentation of plant-based ingredients such as sugarcane. All right, good enough for me. All right, Syrup says protect your man. We have to protect the man. He entrusted us with a secret. Sometimes, gotta protect those secrets. This is not one of those times where if you love something, let it free. Make up a fake ingredient. Lie to the woman. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt? Wow!
Wait a minute. Okay. Eye of Newt sounding like a witch's ingredient. For the record, I think was mustard? I think Eye of Newt was mustard seeds. That was like the witch's code. Eye of Newt's actually mustard. Eye of Newt is actually... The witch's scene in Shakespeare's Macbeth describes a concoction that consists of eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. These terms refer to plants, not actual animal parts. Eye of newt is a pseudonym for mustard seed. I hope his secret ingredient wasn't mustard, because if it was, we just spilled it. No! You could have thought of something better. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. My man! I mean, it's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. Stand back and admire his majestic glory or run to him. We can't seem needy, okay? We have to let the man come to us. Plus, he's on a horse. If we run up to him, that horse might kick us. I don't want to get kicked by a horse. What a convertible, Syrup says. He was his own convertible. Oh, yeah, we can't trust Miriam. She turned around right away and started typing. Awful. We trusted you. Everyone, let's stand back and admire his majestic glory. Ah, Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. Oh, how I wish I was that horse. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you.
Oh, Tag Gaming just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? This is not helping.
They got food poisoning and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
His face. He doesn't know whether we got food poisoning or if we actually like him. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Aeshleigh and Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Look at that tragedy of a name. Just to add extra letters in there. Ugh. Miriam's spilling the beans. We're not having a good day. We passed out last night fighting a spork monster. I had a school dream where everyone was riding around on galaxy fried chicken. And then our man rides up on a horse and we don't even get he sends the horse home by slapping it on its rear. And then Miriam goes and spills our beans? Those were my beans, not for you to share. Let's go see what Aeshleigh and Van are doing that's really bad. They're counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. I don't think that skirt's long enough. I'm just gonna call that out here.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
Syrup, remember that fried chicken sunscreen? Okay, yes, I do. Not until this moment when you called it out did I remember it, but yeah, I do. Where did we get that from? Once upon a time, we had a bottle of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, flavored. Yes, flavored. I don't know how else to say it. Scented, but it's food, so it's flavored. Sunscreen, like SPF 50 legit sunscreen that smelled like fried chicken. We got it from the KFC website. I don't remember that. I don't remember how we acquired it, but I know we did. It was the weirdest thing. And did you smell like fried chicken walking out? Yes. Outside with sunscreen on, you had a fried chicken smell too. It was overpowering. It was $2. It was worth the $2 for the gag. I couldn't wear it because I was worried that I would start cooking. You know, the sun's crisping me up a little bit. I don't want to get sunburnt and smell like fried chicken. If I start getting the smell of human and associating that with fried chicken, that's not healthy. That's an unhealthy association. All right. Aeshleigh, you suck. I don't like you. This is why school's hard. It was around the same time as the KFC drop. Oh, the soap opera! If you all haven't seen the KFC soap opera, you need to. You need to. There is a KFC soap opera. I think it's like 30 minutes. It's called A Recipe for Seduction. It's 15 minutes. It stars Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders. The movie premiered December 13th, 2020. It's when we were like in the thick of like the end of the COVID kind of, everyone was still coming back from lockdown and we were all still kind of distant. And didn't we watch that on like a Discord call with Shakes and Lives Erased? Am I misremembering that? I feel like we all watched that together. Shakes, you were in here at the beginning. I don't know if you've been here ever since. If you are, I'm reaching out to you. Do you remember the soap opera? What, wasn't there something else we got that was weird? It was around that same time. Was there another KFC item? KFC, there's the extra crispy sunscreen. Oh my, that unopened bottle. Come on. Okay. I don't think I have a browser window to share this with you. There is a bottle of KFC extra crispy sunscreen unopened going for $1,000 on eBay. It's not what it sold for. Last sell was like $45.50, but still. Oh, that was a weird time. That was a weird time. All right. We got so sidetracked. Find the Recipe for Seduction soap opera with Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders. And, you know, get yourself a bucket of fried chicken. Maybe some KFC sunscreen if you need an appetizer. It's a good time. It's worth 15 minutes of your life. You've doom scrolled longer than that. Go watch it. After the stream, not during the stream. We're watching this right now. All right. We got to tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I don't want to go back and forth with these. Let's act like we're not interested. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You can even hear Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. Did he summon the spork monster? However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Look, she's upset. She's gonna bite us. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ain't you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
But it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Aeshleigh immediately elbows Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep. beep.
Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts.
It's sad. Don't. You be nice to my robot friend. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Wah.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Aeshleigh's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Hey, Withered's popping in. Welcome in, Withered. I hope you had an easy day without 1,000 cupcakes. Happy Valentine's Day. We're playing a KFC dating simulator where we are doing our darndest to try and woo the Colonel himself. Look at that hunk of a man. Look at those back muscles right here. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that over your own chat, but this man is like Bruce Lee ripped. You know what kind of effort it takes to get those back muscles? It's not from riding a horse, I tell you that. This man works that chicken. Oh, boy. Withered, I know you don't want to be thinking about work all day and then come in here and be like, oh, how was work? I hope it was good. So I will just say, I hope you had an easier day than you anticipated. And I'm glad you got through it. Well done. You've earned this rest. Hang out with us while we try and make some fried chicken with the Colonel, if you know what I mean. Oh, you got to do a cool birthday cake? What kind of cake was it? Was it a fried chicken cake? Universe, please tell me it was a bucket of fried chicken. That would be so funny. The universe has a sense of humor. If you tell me it's a bucket of fried chicken, come on. Cake decorating is always interesting. Syrup has done her share of custom cakes, and I don't have the knack for it like she does. Man, she busts out some cool cakes. Ooh, was it pink on the outside or like pink cake with icing on top? But it had strawberries and flowers drawn on it. Super cool. Super cool. This is Aeshleigh. She sucks. That's all you gotta know. This is the Colonel. He rocks. I mean, he rocks. That's what you gotta know. Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Strawberry cake. Pink on outside with buttercream dry. Ooh, fun. Better than just icing cupcakes all day.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles. Oh yeah, Withered, this is our professor. This is Professor Sprinkles, Professor Dog. He is a stout but starchy corgi, and he is a fantastic person. I can't pet him yet, but you did miss in the beginning when we gave him a chicken treat, and we are his favorite student because of it. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you are ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it! After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to this lesson. Truly, you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts.
I don't know who is best. Sprinkles is best boy. Sprinkles is best boy. This is the man's man. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Tag Gaming?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample?
A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? He's looking at us distressed, like, because he knows we weren't paying attention. I don't want to sample the dog biscuit, but I feel like it'd be rude if we ate it and didn't like it. Or if we refused it, might be insulting his palate. Do we take the glass of water? Or do we take the if we take the shimmering pepper, we're gonna need the glass of water afterwards. Hey, Lego pizza popping in. Yeah, oh, this beard's been, yeah, it's back and thick. I need to trim it down because Felix keeps grabbing it. I hate it. Chat, what do you think? Shimmering pepper? Or do we do the dog biscuit? Which item do we want to sample? Let's go. Let's do shimmering pepper. Let's do the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. It doesn't look like he was expecting us to eat that one. This might be a problem. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Ghost of the student. My friend. Ooh. Withered Lego, you didn't get to see this student ate a poorly prepared octopus cooked by another student and died immediately on the spot. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man.
A little bit spicy. Spicy. Spicy.
I see. You come to and find everyone is staring at you.
Thanks for that interaction, Syrup. Just a lovely reminder to everyone. We've got new channel point redemptions. For 500 points, you can join in. And most of them are about up here to cover Professor Sprinkles. You can drop some jokes into the chat. Spice up the stream.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We got to eat the last one on Earth, yeah!
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Here's the murderer. He killed a student and he's allowed to attend school still.
Van. Today's lunch will be prepared
by a timed competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. Oh, we're going for this. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? She's got a knife, man. It's got a heart on it. She's gonna kill somebody with love. Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not the fool. You're the fool.
Fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Tag Gaming. What is that hand pose? Which one? We got or we got
Look at me. My name's Van. Well, I gotta turn this a little bit. I'm Van.
I like your gumption, Tag Gaming. I'll be watching your performance. Wait, no! Tag with me! Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds a solidly foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Don't make the same thing again, dude. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. It always boils 100 seconds after you... Nope. That's right. But how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? Okay. Cat, we gotta go quick.
Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you.
We gotta win now. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? It was 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Yeah, chat. Cheer it on. We're gonna pet that belly. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, trust, gratitude. Vigilance. That's wrong. No.
I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes.
This question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Aeshleigh is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Deep beneath the surface, a small town where big dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. I'm not throwing away my shot. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Run! No!
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Oh no! You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Tag Gaming. He's actually cheering you on. I can do this. I can do it. For him. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing.
Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill? Oh, what were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Oh,
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind.
You, Colonel Sanders, riding together, walking along the beach. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits?
Woof, woof.
You're really struggling to keep up. The next station over, Aeshleigh has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized for the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Tag Gaming does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
No!
But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Oh no!
We're only one-handed now. Oh no! Put it behind our back.
Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You can't simply go on.
Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Tag Gaming's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
I'm preparing an ad break right now, so you all get prepared to get comfy, because we're gonna let the ads roll, and when it does, we're gonna pause here, so that way you all don't miss anything. There's a food battle going on. We got one hand, and then we got a strong hand that's all kraut from reaching in the stand mixer. Don't reach in the stand mixer, it's dangerous.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert.
That's not a meal.
Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was gonna ask Tag Gaming to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Here, take my strong hand. My strong hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Aeshleigh?
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Aeshleigh leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache.
Thanks for supporting the Extra Life charity by watching some ads for us. We're 100% nonprofit. Everything stays for our charity. We've almost hit that $50 mark to be able to get a Twitch payout from your cheers and your subscriptions. And that's going to get donated in the name of the Twitch community. The tag T coming up with money for Extra Life. We should have an Extra Life button right here. Where you at? Stream elements. All right. It looks like that one's not working. We're gonna have to figure out why that's broke. That should be an easy call out. Are you not in here? Yeah, it's in here. That should have done something. That should have been the ticket. Chat commands. Custom. A bot is in your chat. Then why didn't that? All right, well, yeah, that's an exclamation. Oh, well.
Tagbot needs to be getting in. We'll try this one more time.
Dang. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Custom commands. We'll just hit this lovely button. Let's turn it off, turn it back on to see if that works. And bam. Do it the old-fashioned way. Man. All right. Speaking of man, we got to get back to our man. As he places a soft-cut finger into his lips, Aeshleigh leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Aeshleigh. I don't think he's gonna appreciate the jealousy, so let's internalize our rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. Get some flames in the chat. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. We're having a really bad day here. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Look at his face. She is happy with herself. I hate her. I hate her. We are getting bullied. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Aeshleigh are in love and have decided to get married. We're jealous now. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Oh, coming right out and saying it, aren't we? I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. You think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. You might even say they can be an ass. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together.
which is true now, but it hasn't always been.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Borgo?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder.
Withered, you missed the spooky Spork Monster. Spork Monster. We fought him on the night, and we were rescued. We were rescued by the Colonel Sanders. And when we passed out from the damage we had taken from his hot spork gravy, the Colonel carried us home, laid us in bed, and tucked us in. Somehow we lost our pants. We'll figure out that mystery later.
Monster problems, am I right?
He probably ate our pants. Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. It wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I have procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Tag gaming, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Oh, taking us home! A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh, look at his baby picture. He's got a beard and a chicken drumstick. And it's the old Colonel. How did he get that? Camel meat! Look at the chicken here. This man loves chicken too. I bet it's a fried chicken flavored candle. He leaves his beard comb out. Oh, look at the view. Look at the view. Oh! Who's in the urn? Is it Grandma? Is Grandma the 11th secret herb and spice? Put a little sprinkle of Granny in it. We'll make everything taste good. Oh, God, he took us home. Okay, relax. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? He shared a secret with us. I trust him. We're gonna pour our heart out through a gravy boat for this man. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw till just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later. Think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh, we're going snooping. All right, we can do what looks like a medal. We got some pictures. We got probably grandma. We've got a view. Mountains of Kentucky. We got a golden chicken, a candle, and a comb. I don't know how many chances we get. I hope we can view them all. Let's start off with the urn. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Syrup says chicken. Call out if you want something to be snooped in the chat. I want to know what you want to see. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Syrup, you're right. It's not Grandma. It's not Grandma. I thought it was Grandma. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Beard comb. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. We can leave and run away. I don't want to leave yet. I can't leave. Do we run with the silvery strand of hair? We gotta know what sent us his favorite candle. The man lit a candle for us. Syrup wants a window. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Don't block me! Get out of here, you ghost! Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Get out of here. Stop trying to come in between me and my man.
Beat the devil out of it.
Get out of here. Bob Ross says shoot. Go away. Candle. A Scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. That's his bow tie. It's fried chicken. Power tool.
Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. The summer of 69. The summer of 69? Lamau? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. We know 2 secret ingredients now. Oh. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. I don't see any fried chicken drumsticks and I don't see any cheersing, but okay. You see what you see? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Was he the one that was gunned down? Peter, you got gunned down. What else we got?
Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent.
The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. How old is he? An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Tap on an item to discover more. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. It's a safe! You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? No, it can't. Chicken cannot be prepared sashimi style. Sashimi is a type of sushi, and you can eat it raw because it's like heavily handled and verified to not have parasites. And I don't want to leave yet. I want Colonel to come back. You think they can do sashimi chicken? Witherd thinks we can do sashimi chicken. Was it pork? We know about steak tartare. You can do steak tartare as long as you like cut the outside away. But even then, that still gets like cooked with acid. I don't know if you can do meat sashimi. I don't know. Colonel's gonna find out though. I guess we gotta click the door to leave. I don't want to leave. Oh, it's his closet. Oh, the man's not in the closet. We're going to go in his closet. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. That's one way to get in his clothes. The jacket is a bit big for you. It's because we're not as swole as he is, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
Aw.
Ooh, we got busted.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. We can't tell him we're cold. There's a fire right there. He's going to know we're lying. Wither's watching video about raw meat. Need to look that up. I love like cooking in general. This is an absolute treat to me. So if we can do like sashimi meat, that would be an interesting watch. Do we fess up and tell? There's no way we can tell the truth right now. We're gonna stammer and make our way. Chat, do we make a move? Do we tell them the truth? We can't lie and say we're cold. There's a big fire right there.
Oh! Are they making out? Oh! Let's go! Kiss him! Kiss him!
Syrup says kiss him. All right. I'm going to take that vote with Syrup redeeming the kiss him interaction. That we decide that now is our moment and make a big move. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Damn it. I mean, not that we blame you for trying, but still, look at him. Game over. No. No. Try again. How much farther do I have to go? No. Okay, we're back here. What can we skip? Oh yeah, we can skip. Okay, we gotta get back to this. Let's go back to your apartment. It's the Spork Monster. Hi, Spork Monster. What's up, Borko? Borko used to be a golden retriever. He got turned into a Spork Monster. We're not gonna. Oh, here we go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna show him my coleslaw. Eat my coleslaw with me. Yes, eat my shredded cabbage. Time to discover more about the Colonel. Okay. Secret recipe. We know about sashimi. We're gonna go through all these again. We got in trouble. Syrup. This is an 11 herbs and spices game, not a spicy game. We're inspecting everything. The text is the same. That's okay. Go away, ghost. He's trying to boo block us. All right, let's put our jacket on. There we go. All right, this is not the answer. Let's fess up and tell the truth. Can't lie and say we're cold. You confess.
I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel. Yes, Tag Gaming? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Ah, flying chicken! Whee! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. My pants are gone again! What happened? Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Fire's still going, that's impressive. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight of him. Mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. I wanted to look at them biscuits. I wanted to look at them buttered biscuits. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? We're gonna flatter him. Yeah, simple breakfast. I fried you some chicken, and I made you handmade biscuits.
With butter I churned fresh from the cows I milked this morning out back. Flatter him. Taking him down a peg. There's no way I can take this man down a peg. Look at him. Like, I realize we can't neg him, but we can't take him down a peg. Let's flatter him.
You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. Oh, I'll wipe it. With the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Would he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home.
Syrup, don't neg him, don't peg him. Maybe. We tried, but they told us it wasn't that type of game. It got too spicy. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. We didn't even shower. Okay, you get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay. I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Clink, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker.
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers.
Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. No!
No.
Don't wanna. Withered, would you... Okay, Withered, would you ever go skydiving with someone as a first date? Chat, let's hear it. Syrup, you want to go? Would you ever go skydiving with someone for a first date? Would you go skydiving with a pressure cooker? That's another good question. Withered says no. Flat out. Just no. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You got some nerve, Tag Gaming, suggesting I'd pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the energy from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. Naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Tag Gaming, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you are passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Tag Gaming. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Tag Gaming. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Aeshleigh for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. We started off having a good first day. Second day was bad. Third day's not starting off great. Our best friend wouldn't even let us vent about our night with the Colonel. He's allowed to date a pressure cooker and go skydiving, but I'm not allowed to have a night with the Colonel. Withered, you agree? Come on. In an attempt to distract you from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Aeshleigh, you take out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa! That's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It appeared to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? Oh no! Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. Could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? I don't know, maybe tie a string around her finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out.
I don't want to forget him. He told us so much.
No. We don't want to use black magic. Sometimes pain you can learn and grow from. He told us that. We have to hold strong. We can't forget the Colonel. It'd be such a sad ending. No, I shan't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. Don't be late to his class, you get in trouble. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. We already fed him a snack and he liked the chicken. Let's not feed him homework. We'll get in trouble. Professor Dog doesn't want to eat homework. We're gonna wait. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Squirrel! Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence.
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. Squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again.
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel, any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Tag Gaming, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see,
but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class! You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
Word!
But no! You had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan! J forever! Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend! Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date! Then take Jeff and Joan with you! You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care!
Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. His eyes!
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank!
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Nasty! Nasty. Clank, put that shoe away. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that they didn't just see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on that title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs that she cut herself, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will. A test of courage. A test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Aeshleigh. As planned, you begin to turn through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Tag Gaming's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Look at the cherry blossoms. Tag Gaming, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success.
I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. Man, I want a chicken pot pie. Oh, syrup, we need to find a chicken pot pie recipe for the toaster oven. Get it nice and crispy on top. Maybe with some mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, I want chicken pot pie now. Man. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. Let's be honest. We don't lie to the Colonel. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's 1,200 feet. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. It'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Look, even used the red and white KFC colors. Is this game a whole advertisement for KFC coming out with chicken pot pies? I really hope it is, because if that is, I'm fine with the marketing. That better be a spork. Oh, it looks so good. I want a pot pie now. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Aeshleigh are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Her stuff was served like fancy. His was served on a battle axe from his ancestors with a star cut out in the middle for the shape of his hair. It was an octopus cooked in a saltwater sauce, but it was bad and it killed a kid. We saw the ghost of the student. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, copy wrote, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, Finster Blaster.
Miriam, you cannot call it a best friend baster blaster. You can't do that. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roll.
Aeshleigh scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it.
5 pressure point chicken cooking technique.
Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's a singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Aeshleigh has her spell book. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic? Even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No! Do it the hard way. The Colonel told us there is no easy way. When you do it the easy way, things get more difficult. We're not going to turn another student into a spork monster. The hard way. Do it hard. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Tag Gaming. Miriam notices too.
Always believed in you, Tag Gaming, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking?
Any food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
You did not put Eye of Newt in there. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the spork monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty all right.
Okay. We're doing okay.
Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition.
Someone cooked here.
You're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. Your crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. Kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up,
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck!
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out of culinary school? Or summon extra power from deep down within? Let's go! I can do this! I have what it takes! I came here to win! Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Tag Gaming, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue.
Sorry.
My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery!
You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Don't worry, dear Tag Gaming. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test?
What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
What a guy.
Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. The time expired. It's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Hop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from that right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad!
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there is none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. How did he roll around town if he had to be plugged in? That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final projects. What about Miriam? I guess she got exploded. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup.
Look how tiny they are. It's so cute. Oh.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. That's some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his whole mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Dad Gaming, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Oh, look! Oh, he got his little tongue! Oh, not the puppet tongue! Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. I'm qualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour.
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know, yeah. I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue.
Oh, good. Sprinkles wasn't hurt for long. I'm glad we had that milk nearby for him.
Next student, Aeshleigh, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish.
Here we go. Overly fancy, overly complicated.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it anyway. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food? At a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Tag Gaming? I told you it's a display piece.
Aeshleigh, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition. A cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it. It did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Aeshleigh, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. Yeah, Withered, you're right. That is a lot of florals. I mean, it's like all really sweet. The sugar glass, I mean, that's probably why she said don't eat it. It's not for eating, it's for looking. This isn't going to taste good, but look at it. Eat with your eyes. All right, let's find a raged Aeshleigh.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
And with that, Aeshleigh storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time, without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. That was 5 cooks. Unless he's counting both of us together, but it was us, the Colonel, Miriam, Aeshleigh, Van.
Who chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Aeshleigh are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. Why did everyone get to pass because we did a good job and went mac and cheese Super Saiyan? I don't agree with that. Her food wasn't eaten. His food was inedible. Like, Miriam's can pass. Colonel can pass. We can pass. Fire those two. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house.
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Aeshleigh tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Look at those clothes. That is some choices there. This man is big. He is big and buff. Oh boy. That's a big man. Withered, uni egg custard's probably really tasty. I've never had uni, I don't think. I do like egg custard. Don't know how I would feel about uni egg custard though. Get this snooze one more time. Snoozing these ads away while we finish wrapping up.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork Monster. It's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who would command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it. Withered, we're gonna pause here for a second because Withered has a wonderful point. What was Ghost Kid doing at the Colonel's house? If he wasn't actually a ghost, how did he get blown away out the window? And what was he doing at the Colonel's house? Trying to steal this secret 11 herbs and spices, I bet. And we got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who's arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I
understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Oh, he's wearing just a shirt, showing off the muscles. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Whole time is reminding us to go out and buy this chicken.
The end? No, it's not the end.
As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor.
Hey, Gaming, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. Spicy musk, a tidy goatee,
And a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day.
No, it's our lucky day. It's all of our lucky days.
Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Tag Gaming. How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do for myself.
But who'll help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school?
Oh, my dear Tag Gaming, I'm sure that you will find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end!
Boom! We got the man, right? We did it. We got to see the opening again. The rivals. He was in a car. We didn't get to see him in a car. Man, there's so many cutscenes we didn't get to see. There's our dream sequence. Oh, power up, man. Pepper me, Colonel. Pepper me. Fantastic. That was utterly fantastic. Wow. I don't know what to say. What's in the credits here? A game by KFC, W&K, and PsyOp. Gotta throw this up for... oh. Wow. Wow. That was a blast. If you didn't catch this whole thing, please go back and watch the video on demand. Watch the VOD. Head on over to the YouTube red play button site. That's also Tag Gaming Channel. We're the same everywhere. We keep it easy. You have to watch this when we put it up there if you don't watch the VOD on Twitch. This was a fantastic little Valentine's Day treat. Happy Valentine's Day. May you find a Colonel Sanders in your life. Ads. I hope you find a Colonel Sanders in your life. Huge shout out to Syrup for finding this one for us. She curated a wonderful menu for us to digest on this holiday. Oh, if you don't have the day to spend with any loved ones, I hope you got to spend it with yourself. You have to love yourself before you can look outward for love, like the Colonel was trying to teach us this whole time. Sometimes the hard things are worth doing, and it's hard to be kind to yourself. That's why we here always want to remind you, first and foremost, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Tag. You're it. We'll see you next week around 8:30 Eastern. We try to go live around there. Be ready to launch our game sometime around 9 on average. I think we're going to be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I think that's what we've got next up in the queue. If you've got any suggestions, you should go let us know over on the YouTube. Sometimes we're on the Facebooks. We've got a Tag Gaming channel over there. We haven't been posting as much. I've been a little testy about Facebook, but I like to be able to reach out to you guys. We're getting a Discord together and set up so we can keep you up to date on all of the wonderful happenings. Oh, this was a treat. This was a treat. I know who I want to be for Halloween now. I'm gonna be sexy Colonel Sanders. We're gonna shave this down. We're gonna be a little bit of the sideburns left. We'll dye everything white. We'll put on our fancy glasses. I want to be Colonel Sanders for Halloween. Who wouldn't want to be that man? Oh, all 11 herbs and spices up in there. Thanks for joining us again. We always appreciate you coming to hang out with us. We will catch you next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care of yourselves.